the Drug Wars DLC out and the first vehicles being released, people are now curious about which vehicles will be coming next as part of the confirmed Dripfeed content. So in today's video, I'll be showing you all the Dripfeed content that we haven't got yet in GTA Online Drug Wars. So without further ado guys, let's just hop right in. So let's start off with a supercar that will be coming soon with the Dripfeed, and it's named the Ocelot Virtue. Now it's part of the supercar category, and as you can see, it looks really nice. Now if you know anything about cars, it's based off Lotus's hypercar named the Lotus Evija. Now in game, this car is fully electric and doesn't make any noise, which is a bit of a shame, but on the upside, because it's fully electric, the acceleration is really good on the car, similar to the acceleration on the Western Power Surge motorbike. Now in terms of top speed, it feels okay, nothing special, and also in the handling and braking department, it feels just fine. And for a price of $2,890,000, I'm not sure the price to performance ratio is very good, but either way it looks really nice, and in my opinion I think the looks are triumphant. It's the most important part of the car, so I think this car is still worth it even though it's got a steep price tag. Now all the cars in the Dripfeed are unique and look very different from one another, but this next one is something that we have never seen in the game before, and that's a NASCAR race car named the Karen Hot Ring. Now if you hadn't guessed already, this one is based off Toyota's TRD NASCAR that was being used in the 2021-22 season, and it's definitely something else. It looks cool with the netting around the window and the built-in roll cage as well as the blending sunstrip, which really gives it that race car look. It also has large race tires, which just tops this car off really nicely. But what about performance? Now from the short time I had with this car before my game decided to crash, it feels really nice. The braking is actually very good, and the handling is really nice considering it's been placed in the muscle car category. And unsurprisingly, the speed is also very good, which is to be expected from a car like this. And what's good as well, as it's not too bad in terms of price, with it coming in at $1,790,000. Now it also seems like there will be a rumoured trade price for this vehicle of $1,342,500, which is an even better deal. Now I would say if you were to choose to get one vehicle from all the Dripfeed ones, it would be this one right here. Next up, we have an off-road vehicle named the Izzy Rally. Now this car is a bit of a stinker in my view, as it is just a reskin of a car we already have in the game. It's based off a real-life rally car named the Mini John Cooper Works WRC, which competed in the World Rally Championship, which is a cool little fact to know. Now in terms of speed for a car in the SUV category, it's pretty good, and the braking is also really nice. However, my praise for this car stops right there, as the handling for a car that's supposed to be a nimble off-roader is just utter garbage. And that's me just being straight up with you guys. It's just simply appalling. The car is sliding about the place, and getting power to the wheels is just far too difficult, and I would much rather use a vehicle like the Caracara 4x4 or another vehicle which I will show you later on in this video. Now this vehicle is also not well priced at all, as it will set you back just shy of $2 million from Southern San Andreas Super Autos. So overall, would not recommend getting this car if you are on a budget or wanting something that actually performs well, as you won't be getting that from this vehicle. Let's now talk about the Tundra Pam Fear, which if I'm not mistaken is the first car from this brand in GTA Online, and its resemblance is uncanny to the 2017 Alpine A110, which I first saw in a James May video on YouTube. Now this car is part of the sports car class and does in fact deliver sports car performance, with a really good top speed, nice handling and overall good braking, making it an overall really nice car to race and drive fast with. Its looks are an acquired taste and it will be a mixed bag. Some people will like it and some people won't, but I think it looks really great. Unfortunately, all this comes at a hefty price of $2,170,000, making it the most expensive Dripfeed vehicle mentioned so far. And yes, the car does look nice and performs decently well, but I'm not convinced it's worth the $2.1 million asking price, but I will still be copping it when it does come out, as it does look really good. We have 3 more cars to discuss here, so let's start with the final off-road vehicle, which is the Karen Bohr. Yet another vehicle from the Karen in-game manufacturer. This vehicle looks nothing special, just a regular pickup truck you would find your average hillbilly or angry Australian driving about in. It's based off the Subaru Brat, but could be mistaken for any 80s inspired low pickup truck. Now the Bohr, for an off-road vehicle, has a really surprisingly high speed and is overall quite quick with good acceleration for a car of its type. The handling is also pretty nice and the braking too is perfectly acceptable for a car like this one. And it's the cheapest car mentioned so far, coming in at $1,280,000. Which for a car releasing in GTA in 2023, that's pretty inexpensive. So if you are on a budget and want something new and pretty cool and unique, this one could be just right for you. Next up, we have a car that looks straight out of Fallout 4 named the Willarduduro. This car looks like a classic 1950s or 1960s inspired American family car. The car is specifically based on the first generation Buick Electra, and I can definitely see the resemblance. Now this one is interesting looking and is unique, but falls terribly short in the performance department unsurprisingly. It's slow, with appalling acceleration, rubbish speed, and some of the worst handling I have ever seen from any car in GTA. It's easier to maneuver a tugboat than attempting to drive this car around any slightly tight turn. But I suppose this car isn't really bought for supercar performance, it's bought for style and classiness or some shit like that. Not really my thing, but with some upgrades I think this thing could look really nice. It's not badly priced either, coming in at $1,250,000, so not really too shabby. And the final unreleased Dripfeed vehicle is another classic inspired car named the Classique Broadway. This car is much sleeker than the Udora and is also a lot less expensive than any other car on this list, but we will get back to the price very shortly. Now the car is based on the very obscure and fairly unknown Oldsmobile Series 60 Coupe, which is a car that was manufactured during the late 80s. Just like the Udora, the performance isn't that good, but what's really interesting about this car is that it will be involved with the taxi business, which is apparently being released in the second part of the Drug Wars update, as you will get access to this special livery for this vehicle after completing 50 taxi driver side missions, which is very interesting indeed. But let's go back to the low price of this vehicle. It only costs $925,000, making it by far the cheapest car on this list, and that's not surprising considering its below average performance and its looks, well, they aren't very good in my opinion. But that's all for today's video. What car are you most excited for to see added to the game? Comment down below which one, and like always guys, take care everyone and have a great day.